I cannot believe that Kelly Dowell is retiring, and I can't imagine Lake Norman without her. But thinking back on my time in advanced acting and theater classes with her, one memory that always sticks out to me about being in those classes was the time Kelly Dowell made me cry on stage. It was theater 2, maybe, and we had to get up and do some kind of monologue on the stage, and we had an emotion we had to portray. Just your whole monologue had to be this emotion and embody it. And I got up and I was pacing the stage. I think mine was like neurotic. Neurotic was my emotion, and I was trying to portray like a girl who was really scared her boyfriend was going to dump her, and I was trying to be neurotic that way. And I was pacing and like trying to act frantic and like I was freaking out, and slowly, piece by piece, Miss Dowell, stopped pacing. And then so I'm like standing and I'm like cheating out to all this stuff, and she stopped cheating out. And finally got me down to the point where I was standing completely still, just staring straight ahead and reciting my lines, and I actually started to cry because my performance had been torn down to the point in which that was the only way I had left to express my emotions, and it was so much more it was so great, and it was just like this weird moment because I just like cried while I did it, and then I like got done and I was like, oh, that's what she wanted. Like, that's what she was getting at. Like, that was the potential I had once I tore away all the crap that, like, you think you need to do to sell a scene. Like, when you just, like, beat it down to raw emotion. And I always remember that. And I remember coming off stage and everyone being like, oh, my God, that last part was awesome. Because it was way better than what I'd been doing. So, always remembering that you don't need to, like, make it flashy or make it whatever. And you can still own it and just, like, rock it without having all that stuff. So that's the memory that always comes to my mind with Miss Dowell. And I hope very much so, Miss Dowell, that you enjoy retirement and enjoy being a diva long into not having to teach acting.
So I have to say goodbye because you're retiring. And while I've already left, just know that the lessons that I have learned from you, I'm going to take with me everywhere I go. You're one of the most amazing educators I've ever met. And your ability to get kids to care and to push themselves is something that I wish every educator could have. When I become principal, I promise I'm going to do my best to make sure that the arts get the attention and the love that they deserve in my building. I'm going to miss you. You know where I am. You know how to find me. And of course, you can always, stalk me on Facebook. But I love you, and I hope that the rest of your retirement and your journey from here are just as amazing as the past 30 years have been.
Hey, Mrs. Dowell, Brittany Barr here, or should I say Brittany Barr Rodenheiser. A lot has changed in the last 11 years, but Matt reached out to me and I wanted to just make this video really quickly for you. I'm so excited for you and your retirement this year. You have made such a difference in so many people's lives. Two quick stories I wanted to tell you, one of which I still tell today all the time, and that is that my drama teacher asked me to lip sync in the High School Musical, and people always get a kick out of that. I will never ever forget that, and I'm still just as tone deaf today as I was back then. So thanks for believing in me. The other thing I just wanted to say is there have been several job interviews that I've had career-wise where I've talked about my experience in advanced acting and my time on stage with you, and people are just always so impressed by that. So I really just want to say thank you for all that you've contributed to my life, and I know to so many other kids' lives, and I'm so excited for you in your new adventure. And once you're retired, if you ever find yourself in Wilmington or Wrightsville Beach, definitely come find me. I'd love to have a glass of wine with you. Congrats!
Hi, Miss Dowell. I just wanted to thank you so much for everything you have done for all of us for so many years. It was such a privilege to work under you, and you've given me some of my lifelong friends through the bonds that you've allowed to happen, and the struggles and the trials and all of that great stuff. So thank you so much for your commitment to students, for your commitment to teaching, because you've made a difference in so many people's lives.
Oh, hey, Kelly. Is that you? I'm so glad you're here. I just want to tell you how much that I love you and appreciate you and admire you, and how much of an impact you've made on my life as well as so many students and so many other people. And I'm just so blessed to have had known you all these years, and I'm just so happy for you in retirement. And I love you a lot, and I look forward to seeing you more often.
Hey Kelly, I am so happy for you and what this next phase of your life is going to bring. You've influenced the life of so many people, myself included, and I just love you and I'm happy for you and wish you all the best. Love you.
Whenever I think anyone thinks of high school, they think of those teachers that took the time out of their day or their lunch break to just have conversations, real conversations with their students, just check on how they're doing, how life is going, outside of the academics and stress of school. And you were that teacher for me. You were the one I felt most comfortable going to and talking to about relationships or friendships, life in general. So point blank with that, I thank you. But there was one specific time when I was talking to you. I had missed the senior bell for dismissal, and everyone knows that if you went to Lake Norman, there's just no point of going to your car if you miss the bell because you'll be in traffic for 45 minutes. So I hung out with you, which I feel like I did frequently, and I was having a conversation with you about something. I don't even remember what it was, but you had painted just a really wonderful analogy for me, and you said, you know, Devin, I want you to think of your problem as it is now and just like how pressing it is and how distraught you are now. But then I want you to think about how big the world is and just realize that your problem, though it seems like a really big deal right now, and you think about how big the world is, it really isn't. I mean, clearly it wasn't. I don't even remember what it was. Moved on from it. But that has always just stuck with me, and I really appreciate that. I think I always thought that my mentoring passion started in my time at Wilmington, because that's where I took a lot of these mentoring positions. But then I got to thinking that there had to have been a framework of this, like a foundation of having a mentor. And I realized that that was you. You were one of the biggest mentors, if not the biggest mentor, in high school for me. And I wanted to thank you for that, because you really set that foundation of what a mentor looks like, though you were a teacher, and how to mentor and lead other students in the class. So thank you for being that person for me for 2 years, because that has led me to one of my biggest passions now. You know, at the end of the day, I do want to be a teacher. I want to be a professor, because I just get no greater joy than mentoring students and making an impact on them. And I think I can just take my experiences with you and knowing how wonderful you were to me and to the rest of the class with me in my future goals. So thank you, Mentor Kelly Dowell.
Hi, Miss Dowell. I guess I could probably call you Kelly now, but you'll always be Miss Dowell in my heart. So I am videoing you from Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's beautiful here, even though it's Minnesota. Midwest, just like Matt, which is where I live now. I just finished, last year I finished my master's in music performance, opera performance, and I am, you know, living the dream and trying to make it as a singer. And I really attest that whole thing to, you know, you yourself and Miss Wagner, Virginia. I couldn't have done that without you. You guys, you are amazing and so influential, and just, I am so happy for you that you're retiring and you've got two beautiful sons who are doing wonderful things. And just thank you for everything. Know that you affected so many people, and still to this day, some of my most cherished memories, both theatrically and musically and lifely, are from your classes and your guidance. So happy Mother's Day and happy retirement. And I hope to, if you're ever in North Dakota and you and Matt feel like swinging through to Minneapolis, give me a call.
Hi, Miss Dowell. Just wanted to wish you a happy Mother's Day and a happy retirement. I wanted to tell you my favorite Kelly Dowell moment would have to be my senior year in high school and being cast as Adelaide in Guys and Dolls. It was a role that was completely out of my comfort zone. Taught me a lot about having confidence in yourself, and I learned how to belt, and it was just a really fun show. But the last show, when we were all on stage and we were thanking everyone for all their hard work, and you looked over at me and you're like, and little Miss Broadway over here, for a 16-year-old to be complimented like that in front of her peers, her family, and friends, it was just such a huge confidence booster, something that I needed at that point more than anything. And even though I didn't make it to Broadway, at least I've applied some of those things that I've learned through the theater program and the music program at Lake Norman High School to be a successful person today. So I just want to say thank you so much for everything you've done for the Lake Norman High School theater program, and I can see you've even helped my brother grow into a different person, and I really can sincerely not thank you enough for that. So I wish you a wonderful, wonderful retirement, and I'm sure that I'll see you on some stage very soon. Thank you so much.
Hi Kay Dowell, it's me, Erin Bertley. You may know me from my high school hits, such as The Witch in The Wizard of Oz. I also overacted as Mimi in Guys and Dolls. And I also won an acting award in high school. And then I never did anything else again because I peaked. And I guess I have you to blame for that. Your son, Matt, paid me $50 to make this video, so I really needed the money. And he just sent it to me in a crumpled up envelope. It's very weird. You shouldn't send cash through the mail, Matt. I think most people know that. Anyway, I guess I should thank Kay Dowell for providing me a space in which I met my best friends, some of my best friends that I'm still friends with today when they text me back. And I also learned the value of working really hard on something you're passionate about with the people that you love the most. And Kay Dowell provided us with that. And she also provided us a space to be ourselves at a time when it was really hard to be yourself in high school. And she provided a little haven for creative weirdos. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful that she busted my ass one time because I was doing this really boring monologue and she yelled at me from the audience that it was really boring. This was during a rehearsal, not live. But she did yell at us a lot during live performances. It was awkward, but we got used to it. She yelled at me one time and told me that I was boring. I'll never forget it, and now I really appreciate it because when I went to college and now when I'm working in New York, I'm not afraid to work hard. I'm not afraid to take a tough note, and I find a lot of people do have a hard time with that, but Kay Dowell was tough on us. She made us work hard, and she was also really great to us. And I miss her a lot. I think about her a lot, and I'm so thankful that she was my teacher. I love you, Kay Dowell. Matt, you should send me more money.
Hey Kelly, my good friend. Happy retirement, congratulations, and thank you for all the times you made me laugh through the years and all you taught me about camp counseling and life in general.
First of all, congratulations on your retirement, Kelly. And second of all, congratulations to all Kelly's would-be future students. Just kidding. The students that Kelly won't get to teach will miss out on a teacher full of passion and energy, especially energy, who always does more than she has to. Kelly taught me the value of never quitting until a job is done and that it always pays to do more than you have to do.
Hey Kelly, congratulations on your retirement. Thank you so much for being such a strong female role model for me over the years. Love you lots.
Hi there, it's me, Darren Hummel, and I just wanted to say congratulations on all of the awesome years that you spent at Lake Norman High School. I bet it feels like it's been forever. Being a part of your advanced acting class is huge. It's huge. Boom, Kelly Dowell. You really set the bar for a lot of teachers, and I'm just really blessed to have been a part of a group of kids who every year have your class and will continue to have that same answer. Kelly Dowell was the best teacher I ever had. I wouldn't be surprised if today kids are babied into being like, oh, that was so good, don't change anything. You did not have time for that, and you were very quick to be like, change this, change that, and you'll be better. And that was your main focus, is you wanted us to be better. You wanted us to push ourselves. And I think you did a really good job at challenging us and allowing us to push ourselves. I think we had that kind of escape when we went to advanced acting. You were around all these different cliques and personalities, and then you get into advanced acting, and that's all still there, but it still felt like in the midst of high school, that was still your own clique. That was still your own group. You guys didn't think of other people as like, oh, you're this, you're that. Like, it was all just one thing. We all really pulled it together, and I think that's thanks to you. It really is, because it so easily can just fall apart, but you really held it together. That really started a lot for me. The training that I learned in your classes, advanced acting, the initial thought of going to School of the Arts, that really started in your classroom. And going to School of the Arts, I think that was the best thing for me for film. I really enjoy film, and that just really helped me grow with that. I was able to act in film along with make films, and I had that passion, I had that desire, and I want to continue to move forward with that. And you were one of those people who can see passions, and you can see desires, you can see what people are good at, and you can really focus on that and really build them up, because it was just so nice to feel validated in the talents that we brought to the stage. Because thinking about it, I just don't know how you did it. I know I was a mess. There's a lot of craziness going on here. But I'm really thankful for you. I'm thankful that you stuck it out. I'm thankful that you didn't give up. I'm thankful that you still showed up with a smile on your face, something to do, very fervent in everything, and that you never gave up on us. So thank you for all that you've done. All that you've done, and putting up with Lake Norman and us crazy kids. You're awesome, and I know I'm not the only one to tell you that. So, Kelly, with much love and appreciation, I wish you a wonderful last year.
Hello, Miss Dowell. It's Allison Flanagan. Okay, so actually, I know that your name is Kelly, but for some reason, I've never been able to call you that. How about we just call you the Dalai Lama? I think that's what we're going to be calling you now that you've retired. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you I love you, and that I wanted to thank you for being the best mentor and friend I could have ever had when I was transitioning into making my passion into a living. I always knew what I wanted to do for a living, but you showed me how to get there, and I don't think I would have been able to do that with nearly as much ease or centeredness if it wasn't for you. In fact, I know I wouldn't have been able to do that. So thank you so much. You've been such an integral part of my life and in my passion and what I love to do. And it's not just me, just anybody who's ever met you. I know they've only had positive experiences. And so I feel really lucky to be like, yeah, I know her. She's the bomb. So, but anyway, I love you. I hope you have a wonderful retirement. I hope you have an even better Mother's Day. And I just wanted to thank you so much. You're the best. Bye, Dalai Lama.
Hi, Kelly. So, I wish I could have been there to experience this last year of teaching with you. Actually, I don't wish I could have been there, but I'm really excited that you're about to retire. And so, as you look ahead to your next steps, I thought, who better than me to help you consider a plan? You know, I find that it really helps to PDSA that. Really anything, any next journey can really benefit from taking a moment out and looking at the data, coming up with a specific plan based on a specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely or SMART goal. And then looking ahead and setting some parameters for how you're going to measure and study your effectiveness in achieving that goal, and then coming up with some next steps after that. So, you're probably pretty busy as the end of the year comes, and so I thought I would help you come up with that plan. The plan, Kelly, is for you to become the next Broadway star. Yeah, so I figure this is a completely SMART goal, totally attainable, and completely realistic, and very timely. So let's do it. All right. So the goal is to become the next Broadway star. How do we measure that? I figure we're going to measure that by how large your name appears on the marquee, and also where you appear in the curtain call, because that's really going to allow us to know how far you've really made it. So I looked around for some data that would help support the fact that you should pursue this goal. And I really feel that it's your years of experience. As Matt always said, I am a younger version of you. So you've got the experience. It's time. It's time to move on to the next step. So, what do you need to become the next Broadway star? First, you need a reference from someone famous. You've got Matt. Use it. He's famous. 2, you need new headshots. I really don't think you need new headshots because I think this photo, it could really work for you. What do you think? 3, you need to be able to sing and act. You can do it. You have lots and lots and lots of practice. Hence the whole retiring thing. So I know you've got that one down. So the 4th thing is commit. Travel up to New York. Dye your hair if they tell you to. And start studying those monologues. You've got this. And seriously, thank you. Thank you for being an amazing teacher to so many students. Thank you for being so supportive of me, both as a teacher and when I was the instructional facilitator. You came to me. You always offered encouragement. You asked questions when you didn't agree. And you always tried to make it work, even if you didn't want to. I value all of my time working with you. And there seriously has never been a better compliment given to me than what Matt said. Congratulations, Kelly. I'm really excited for you. Can't wait to see what you do on Broadway.